Hi, I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Jess, and this is Financial Progress.
Before we begin, I just want to give a little disclaimer that this is just a conversation between friends. This is not financial advice. Please seek the help of a financial professional before making any financial decisions.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show.
Today, we're diving into a question that comes up a lot when people start thinking about financial planning. Should you get life insurance for your kids?
Ooh, that's a great question. It's one of those topics that can feel a little uncomfortable. It's important to think about. So some people get policies on their children to cover funeral costs, while others argue that money could be better put into a savings or investment accounts like an UTMA, UGMA, or even a 529 plan.
Exactly. So today, we're breaking it all down. When it might make sense to get life insurance for your child, and when other financial tools might be the better choice.
So let's start with why some parents consider life insurance for their kids. The main reason: covering funeral expenses. Losing a child is unimaginable tragedy, and some parents want to ensure they wouldn't have a financial burden on top of the emotional one.
Yes, some policies also offer a savings or investment component like whole life insurance, which can accumulate cash value over time. And we talked a little bit about that in our last episode. Parents might see it as a way to set aside money for their child's future.
But here's the thing: while these policies do build cash value, the growth is usually pretty low. And if your goal is to save for your child's future, there are better options.
Right. So instead of paying monthly premiums for a life insurance policy, you could put that money away into an UTMA, which is a Uniform Transfers to Minors account, or UGMA, a Uniform Gifts to Minors account. And these are custodial accounts that allow you to invest money for your child's future. And once they reach adulthood, the money is theirs to use however they need, including covering funeral expenses if necessary.
And if you're thinking about long term savings specifically for education, a 529 plan is a great option. It grows tax free and can be used for qualified educational expenses. Plus, some states even offer tax benefits for contributing.
Yes, another thing to consider is cost. A child's life insurance policy is typically pretty affordable, ranging from $5 to $50 a month, depending on coverage. But if you took that same $50 a month and put it into a high yield savings account or an investment account, you'd likely end up with more money in the long run.
That being said, there are cases where getting life insurance on a child might make sense. For example, if your family has a history of medical conditions that could make it hard for them to get coverage as an adult, a child policy could help lock in insurability at a young age.
Yes, and some policies allow children to convert to an adult policy later without needing a medical exam, which could be helpful if they develop a health condition later down the line.
So, what's the bottom line? For most families, putting money into savings or investment accounts is likely the better option compared to a life insurance policy for kids.
But if locking in insurability or covering funeral costs without dipping into savings is a priority for you, a small policy might make sense.
As always, it depends on your personal financial situation and goals. If you're not sure, talking to a financial planner can help you weigh your options.
And we'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you considered life insurance for your kids, or do you prefer to put money into savings instead?
And I would like to put my personal thing out there because I do not have life insurance for my kids. I do have an emergency fund, and for me, I guess we look at life insurance as something to protect our income in case one of us passes, right? So if I pass, my husband's protected with the life insurance and it'll cover whatever income I was providing and vice versa. With kids, they are not providing any income. So that's why, we don't have life insurance for them, but the cost of the funeral expenses are high. So we just make sure that we have an emergency fund. And in case an emergency does happen, at least those funds are there to protect us in any of those cases. But I just want to share my personal opinion. Again, it's your decision and what you feel is best for you. And again, you can talk to a financial planner to get more insight.
Um, So, yes, the important thing is you don't want to go into debt or get yourself further into debt for the cost of a funeral. So, definitely planning ahead, and God forbid it ever happens, but you have that nest egg there or whatever it is you need to cover that cost. That's just a nice preventative measure to have. So, you're not losing someone and then also losing some of your financial stability. So I know that's a heavy topic, but thank you all for being here today, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.